In today's Lisbon, a 27-year-old man trying to build a better life gets pulled into a mystery that feels like a modern fairy tale. A 26-year-old woman keeps slipping into a strange, sudden sleep, and no one can explain why. As their connection grows, he uncovers hints of a secret project tied to her past, and the city's bright streets start to feel like a maze full of clues. With time running out and danger closing in, he has to decide how far he's willing to go to wake her up and protect the future they barely had time to imagine. Chapter 1. A Message in the Lisbon Noise. Lisbon always sounds like it's alive. Tram bells, footsteps on stone, music drifting out of open doors. I was used to it, but that night the city felt like it was speaking directly to me. I'm 27, and I work in digital security. Most days I help companies protect their systems. Some nights I chase problems people don't want solved. That's how I ended up in a co-working space near Marquês de Pombal, finishing a late audit with my friend and occasional business partner, Tomás. He slid a folder across the table like it was nothing. A private client. High pay. Weird case. Inside was a short file. A woman, 26, named Inés. No social drama, no criminal record, nothing that explained the note clipped to the front. Don't let her fall asleep again. I laughed once, because it sounded like a joke. Then I saw the second page. A timeline of sleep events, sudden and deep, lasting hours. No drugs. No clear medical cause. And one more detail that didn't belong. A small tech patch discovered on her wrist, removed before anyone could scan it. Why me? I asked. Tomás didn't meet my eyes. Because you don't quit. And because she's in Lisbon right now. An hour later, I was walking through the city with the folder in my jacket and a bad feeling growing in my chest. At a cafe window in Chiado, I saw her for the first time. Inés sat alone, staring at a cup of coffee like it was a memory she couldn't reach. Her eyes lifted and met mine through the glass. Not flirty. Not curious. More like she was trying to hold on to being awake. Then her head dipped, just slightly, like a heavy hand pressed down on her thoughts. I pushed inside. Hey, are you okay? She blinked hard and forced a small smile. I'm fine. It passes. It shouldn't have to, I said, surprising myself with how certain my voice sounded. She looked at me like she recognized my tone more than my face. People keep saying that. Then they leave. I pulled out a chair. Then I'll stay until you tell me to go. And for the first time, her smile felt real, even if it was scared. Chapter 2. The Curse Without Magic. We met again the next morning at a viewpoint above Alfama, where Lisbon spreads out like a postcard. She chose the place, maybe because fresh air helped her fight the pull in her head. Inés told me the simple version. She worked in marketing, bounced between jobs, kept her life light. But the sleep started a year ago after a wellness program, offered by a company she used to consult for. It promised focus, calm, better habits. It delivered something else. I'll be talking, walking, laughing, she said, gripping the railing. Then it's like someone hits a switch. I can't fight it. You saw doctors. All of them. They say stress, anxiety. They don't see what I feel. I took a chance. Did they ever mention a patch? Something with tech. Her face tightened. How do you know about that? I do security work. I got a file. I didn't mention Tomás. I want to help. A long breath. Then she nodded once, like she was stepping onto a bridge that might shake. There was a patch, she admitted. Tiny. Like a sticker. I found it after one of the first episodes. I pulled it off. Then I started getting calls from unknown numbers. People asking questions I didn't understand. My stomach turned. This wasn't a fairy tale curse. This was a product. A system. Something designed. I brought her to a clinic near Saldanha where a neurologist I trusted, Dr. Marta Ribeiro, agreed to see her quietly. Marta was calm but sharp, the kind of person who didn't waste words. During the exam, Inés fell asleep mid-sentence. Not a normal doze. Her body went still, her breathing slow, like she'd dropped into a deep ocean. Marta checked her pulse and pupils. This isn't typical. It's triggered. By what? I asked. Marta's eyes narrowed. Could be sound, light, stress, a chemical signal, or something implanted. Tell me about the patch. When Ines woke 2 hours later, her first reaction wasn't fear. It was embarrassment. I'm sorry, she whispered. Don't apologize for what someone did to you, I said. She studied my face, like she was deciding if I was safe. Why do you care this much? You don't even know me. I wanted to say the truth, that something about her made me want to be better than I'd been. That I recognized the way she tried to smile through exhaustion. That I couldn't stand the idea of her disappearing behind her own eyes. Instead I said, because I'm here. And I can't ignore it. Her gaze softened. For a second, Lisbon felt quiet. Chapter 3. Project Briar. That night, I broke my own rule. I hacked without a contract. Using the hint Marta gave me, I searched for anything connected to the patch. I found a buried reference inside an old vendor list. Briar, an experimental neurorest tool. The marketing language was pretty. The reality, hidden behind passwords and dummy sites, looked like control. When I traced the data trail, it looped back to a local firm with a clean public face and a private network full of locked doors. Tomas called as I stared at the screen. Stop digging, he said, too fast. You knew, I replied. You didn't tell me what this really is. Silence. Then, they don't like attention. And they pay well to keep it that way. I felt cold. Did you bring me in to help her? Or to shut me up? He hung up. Hours later, Ines was on my sofa, drinking water, trying to keep her eyes open through sheer will. I told her the name, Project Briar. She repeated it like it tasted bitter. Briar. Like thorns. Yeah, I said. And like the old story. The girl who falls asleep. Her laugh was soft but humorless. So what? You're the prince. I'm a guy with a laptop and a stubborn streak. She looked at me, and in that look I felt something dangerous and hopeful at the same time. If this gets worse, she said, promise you won't disappear. I promise, I answered, and I meant it. Then her eyes fluttered. Her head dropped. She was gone again, swallowed by that unnatural sleep. I sat beside her, rage tight in my chest, and understood something. Love doesn't always start with fireworks. Sometimes it starts with a decision. You see someone falling, and you choose to reach for them every time. The next morning Marta confirmed what I feared. Her brainwaves spike before she drops, she said. It's like an external command. If we find the trigger, we may be able to interrupt it. Interrupt it. Wake her. The words hit me like a mission. I walked out into Lisbon's bright streets and felt the city shift from beautiful to urgent. Chapter 4. The Almost Kiss and the Argument. We followed clues like they were breadcrumbs across Lisbon. A tech event by Parque dos Nacos, a rooftop party in Barro Alto, a quiet stairwell in an old building where signals bounced strangely off the walls. The party, music thumped under strings of lights. People laughed, filmed, flirted. Ines wore confidence like armor, but I saw the cracks when she pressed fingers to her temple. You're pushing too hard, I told her. And you're acting like you own my life, she shot back. That stung because it wasn't fully wrong. Fear had made me controlling. I wanted to keep her awake like it was my job, like love was something I could manage with enough effort. I'm trying to keep you safe, I said. I don't want a guard, she snapped. I want a partner. The argument followed us down a hidden stairwell, away from the noise. My heart pounded for reasons that had nothing to do with danger. In the dim light, we stopped. Her breath caught. Mine did too. We were close enough that the line between anger and desire blurred. I wanted to kiss her, not like a movie, but like a promise. I'm here. I'm not afraid of your darkness. She looked up, eyes bright, and whispered, don't. Not because she didn't want it. Because she was scared of what it would mean if she let herself want it. Then we found the secret room. Servers, cables, a hidden network node humming behind a false wall. Proof that someone was running Briar nearby, right here in Lisbon, not from some distant lab. And there, stepping out of the shadows like he'd been waiting, was Tomas. You went too far, he said. You used me, I replied. He didn't deny it. This project is bigger than you. Bigger than her. It's about controlling attention, sleep, productivity. Companies would pay anything. Ines stood frozen beside me, hearing her life reduced to a business model on the way out. She wrote a note with shaking hands and pressed it into my palm. If I fall asleep, find the river I didn't understand. Not yet. But I knew the fairy tale was reaching its darkest part, the place where thorns close in. Chapter 5. Find the river. The next day, Lisbon woke under a clean sunrise, like the city didn't know a storm was coming. Ines didn't answer my calls. My chest tightened with every ring. I drove past places we'd been, thinking of her note. Find the river. I ran along the Tagus waterfront, scanning faces, benches, shadows. My mind replayed Tomas's words, controlling sleep, controlling focus. If they could push her into darkness, they could also pull her out, maybe only when it benefited them. Marta met me outside the clinic with a printed chart. There's a pattern, she said. A sound frequency. A specific sequence that spikes her brainwaves. If you counter it at the right moment, you may interrupt the drop. Like breaking a signal, I said. Exactly, she replied. But you'll need to be close. Close. My heart already was. I found Ines at a windy viewpoint near the water, swaying slightly, eyes half closed. She looked beautiful and wrecked at the same time, like someone standing at the edge of herself. Ines, I called, stepping closer. She tried to focus on me. I can't hold it. I'm here, I said, voice steady even as panic clawed at me. Look at me. Stay with me. A figure moved behind me. Tomas, blocking the path like a locked door. Walk away, he warned. You'll get hurt. She'll get hurt. This isn't your fight. It became my fight the moment you treated her like a tool, I said. Ines's knees buckled. I caught her, held her tight, and for a second everything else blurred. The river, the wind, Tomas's threats. All I could feel was her weight in my arms and the terror of losing her again. I pressed my forehead to hers. Listen to me, I whispered. I don't care what they call this. I don't care what it costs. I'm not letting you go. Her lips parted like she wanted to answer. Like she wanted to trust the hope between us. And then her eyes closed. Not gently. Like a door slammed shut, I pulled out the small device Marta helped me build, hands shaking, and fought time itself as the city roared around us. Chapter 6. A New Kind of Awakening. I used to believe love was mostly luck. Two people crossing paths at the right time. But Lisbon taught me something else. Love is also action. It's choosing to show up, even when you're scared. With Ines asleep in my arms, I focused on the pattern Marta gave me. I watched her breathing. I listened to the wind. I blocked out Tomas and the whole world and tuned into the moment. Because this wasn't a castle with enchanted vines. This was real life. Real harm. Real stakes. And the only kiss that mattered was the one made of courage, truth, and a signal strong enough to cut through the dark. Days later, when the city lights came on again, I sat with Ines where the tram lines glowed and the air smelled like roasted coffee. Her hand rested in mine, warm and present, and I felt the weight in my chest finally loosen. We didn't pretend it was easy. We didn't pretend fear disappeared. We made a plan, step by step, like building a future on solid ground. Marta kept guiding us. Tomas's role in all this still hung in the air like unfinished thunder. And Project Briar didn't feel dead. Not yet. But Ines looked at me differently now. Like she wasn't just surviving her days. Like she was ready to live them. On a quiet balcony filled with flowers, she held my gaze. You didn't run, she said. I told you, I replied. I'm staying. Her smile was small, but it reached her eyes. And in that moment, Lisbon felt like a promise. Bright, honest, and awake. If you enjoyed this modern Lisbon romance full of mystery, suspense, and heart, subscribe to the channel. Turn on notifications so you don't miss the next story, and hit the like button because it truly helps the video reach more people. Comment below with your favorite chapter and what you think should happen next, and share this video with someone who loves romantic thrillers and modern fairy tales.